Today's story will touch your heart. Please listen until the end. It begins on a cold morning. The sun hadn't fully risen yet. A young nurse named Leila Nwoko, known for her kindness and dedication, receives an urgent message. A young man in a faraway village is accused of poisoning his own mother. Now he too is very sick and needs help. Leila quickly gets into the medical van and goes to the village. She's new to nursing, but her honesty and quick thinking have earned her everyone's respect. When she reaches the village, she sees a sad scene. A middle-aged woman lies dead, and a young man, around 22, is sitting beside her holding a small herb container. Leila tells him, "Put the container down. I can help you." The young man, named Tari Okoro, stays quiet and gives her the container. He doesn't resist. Leila treats him and brings him to the hospital. Tari shows no fear or guilt, just calmness, like he has accepted everything. At the hospital, he is kept alone in a room while the doctors check the poison reports. Tari does not speak in his defense. He doesn't even ask questions. Later, the village leaders and local authorities say he is guilty of killing his mother. They sentence him to death. But by village law, he is given 2 months before execution to pray and ask for his final wish. Tari is brought back to Leila's hospital. He is kept in a quiet room with just a small window. One day, a woman runs into the hospital crying, saying someone stole her healing herbs. Leila sends staff to check. She stays back to care for Tari. Later, she learns the herbs weren't stolen. The woman's son had taken them for treatment. Leila returns to check on Tari. He's quietly staring out the window. She asks, "Does this punishment not hurt you? Your mother is gone, and you never even explained anything." Tari gives a small smile. There's no hate in his eyes, just peace. Leila ends the conversation. She brings him some healing tea. "You have 2 months left. Do you have any last wish?" Tari says, "Yes. I want to spend my last nights with a healing woman who has never been with a man." Leila becomes serious. "That's not a normal wish. We can't force any woman." Tari replies, "Why not you? You're unmarried, and tradition says last wishes must be fulfilled." Leila is shocked and walks away. That night, she can't sleep. She wonders, is this request wrong? Or is there more behind it? Is her duty more important than his last wish? She decides not to report it, but she starts visiting Tari more often to understand him better. Tari says strange but deep things, sometimes about his mother, sometimes about life. He even says his mother visits him in his dreams. One rainy night, Leila checks on him again. He's lying peacefully. She asks, "Do you remember your mother?" He replies, "Every day. But now nothing matters. Did you really kill her?" "No, but no one will believe me. Everyone already thinks I'm guilty." His voice is tired, not angry. Leila wonders, have I also judged him too quickly? Is there still time to find the truth? The next day, she goes through the reports again. Something seems wrong. The poison in the herbs came from plants not found in their area. They were sold by a well-known healer named Gamba Adu, who had a bad history of selling illegal medicines. Leila starts a secret investigation on Gamba. Tari still holds on to his wish. "Do you want anything else?" "No, but I've fallen in love with you. You are kind and honest." Leila realizes Tari might be innocent, a good man destroyed by fate. One night, she wears a traditional dress and visits him, not to give in to his wish, but to see him as a human. They talk quietly. There's no romance or pressure, just understanding and peace. In the morning, Tari says, "If you believe me, help me prove my innocence." Leila decides she will fight for him. She continues her secret investigation. She learns Gamba was angry at Tari's mother for reporting him. On the day she died, he was seen near her house, Leila asks the hospital head for 15 more days before the execution. People laugh at her, but she presents her findings. The village council gives her permission. She talks to villagers, but they're scared. Finally, an old neighbor speaks out. She saw Gamba's men enter the house. Tari's mother drank the poison. When Tari came home and saw her, he drank from the same cup in sorrow. The woman had stayed quiet out of fear. Leila collects proof and rechecks the medical reports. Everything shows Tari is innocent. She files for a new trial. Witnesses are called, evidence is shown, and Gamba is arrested. The council changes its decision. Tari is free. When Tari comes out, he tells Leila, "You gave me back my life. The fight for justice doesn't only happen in court, it also happens in the heart." Months later, people see Leila and Tari together. They don't speak much about it, but their eyes show trust and peace. A story that started with a strange wish becomes a tale of truth, kindness, and belief. This story reminds us, not everyone accused is guilty. Sometimes, to find justice, we must listen with both mind and heart. If you like this story, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us share more inspiring tales. See you in the next video.